Okay. So now, do you guys have any question? Let me know. Any question?
No.
So I see that some of you have the some of assignment you have not submitted yet. I don't know what is your problem. You are not able to do it, or you do not have the time. Let me know. I see that some of you. I talked to you already. But anyway, I'll go over to it because I see that some of you still not able to grab some of the key concepts with the module number 2 here. So you know that in the module number 2, you learn about mainline logic, right? And I mentioned that for the mainline logic, you have 3 steps here. You have to initialize the variable that controls the loop before you enter the loop, right? The second one, you need to test the condition here. So if the condition true, you keep doing it in the body of the loop, right? And in the body of the loop, you only have the action to change the value of the variable that controls the loop. Otherwise, it goes to the endless loop, infinity loop, right? Okay. And so in the slide, I believe that I will for the module number 2, right? Module number 2. Yeah, so we see in the mainline logic, that's what you mean, right? So basically, the name is doesn't matter, but normally they break it down into the 3 steps here, right? You have the housekeeping here. It's the name. It can be directly or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. But normally the option that's housekeeping here is that you need to initialize the variable before you enter the loop. Right? The second one here, it is the action you check the condition. Right? And in the body of the loop here, at the end, you only have action to change the value of the variable that control the loop, right? And also, I have some very simple. For this one, I mentioned it again and again with this program. It's very simple program, right? You keep asking user to enter the number, and every time he enter a number, user double the number. You print it out the number, and again, you need to get the new number here, right? So basically, if you look in the process of the inline logic here, you see. That is the action you initialize the variable before you go to the loop. That is the action you test the condition here, right? So if number is not 0, you keep doing it. You go to the body of the loop, you do everything. But you see at the end here, you need the action to change the value of the variable that's controlled. So basically, that's the mainline logic. So if you understand the logic here, you can apply it to every program. Now, let me go over to some of the program here. I see that some of you have not submitted yet. Now, for this one, you have to go to the chapter number 2, program exercise number 7 on page number 61 here. Right? This is the one. You go to the program exercise. You have number 7, right? Number 7. Yeah, the number 7 here, and the page 61 here, right? So now, if you see, smaller here. Now, if you look in the module number 7 here, you have to draw a hybrid chart that design a logic for a program that calculates the service charge for house cleaning service. That program contains housekeeping, detail loop, and end of job module here. The main program declare any need global variable and constant, and call the other module. The housekeeping module display prompt for accept a customer last name. Why the user does not enter ZZZ for the name? The detail loop accepts the number bathroom, number other room to be cleaned, and figure out the service charge here, and so on and so on. Now, in order to do with this activity here, you have to take this one. You work the loop, right? You know why it's asking you to do the loop? How can you identify the loop here? Yeah, right. Why the user does not enter this name? They keep doing go to the body loop. So this one, you think about this one, they work with the mainline logic here, right? Okay. So which is the one who controls the logic? Which is the one who controls the loop here? Okay. What do you think? Which is the variable that controls the loop? Yeah, name, right? You keep doing it here. So basically for this one here, right? You see that you have the some variables. The first one is the name, right? And for any program here, the first step here, you have to identify what are the output here. What are the expected output for this program? What do you think? What do you think? What are the expected output for this program? What is the purpose of this program? Yeah, right. So you have the multiple. Think about, you have the multiple properties here, right? So whenever you enter the number of room and so on and so on, for each property you have to figure out the service check here, right? So in order to figure out the service check, what do you need? You need a number of room, right? You need a number of bathroom, you need number of other room, and so on and so on, right? And they are variable, right? So see, the first step in the case you want to work with program here, you have to identify. You have to identify output, right? And you know that the output here, it is a service check. That is the name of the variable. It doesn't matter. You can put it whatever name is it, right? Now, in order, you know this is output, right? So in order to figure out the output here, you need input. You need input here, right? And you know that in order to figure out the service check, what do you need? Number of bathroom, right? And number of other room also, right? Okay, so you need to know that you need some input here. Right? So think about number of bathroom, right? Number of other room, and so on. They are input, right? They are input. Because in order to figure out the service check here, for sure, for each property, you need to get the number bathroom and number other room. Make sense? And so on here. Okay. So now let me do it by pseudocode first, right? So I want to work with you step by step for this one. So I hopefully by this concept, right? The first step I need to do the declaration. You need to do the declaration here, and you know that I have number format, right? Number bathroom. Right? I have number other room. And I need to figure out service check. Okay, so now on, right? I need some that variable here, but later on I somehow I need more because sometimes I need a temporary variable also. And so I have the string here. String here is the name, right? Because you need to enter the name, and you keep doing it here, right? Okay, I don't require you to do right now. You just okay, you just focus. Now, you answer my question correctly here. You know the name is the one who controls the loop here. That's the control the loop, right? So how we write in the serial code? You use a y here, right? Why one? What do you think? Why one? Yeah, right. Y name is not equal, right? Not equal to z, right? You keep doing it, right? That's when you go to the body of the loop here. That's when you go to the body of the loop, right? That is when you go to the body of the loop. You do the processing about the number of bathroom and about the number of other room. You figure out the service check here, right? Now, you answer me correct. You answer my question correctly. Name here is the one who controls the loop here. Now, I am asking you another question. Do you think the variable name is initialized before going to the loop or not? Now, if you look on this one, if you look on in my program here, do you think did you initialize? Now, give me the answer. No, right? No, that is only declaration away. Initialize that means you need to give it some name here, right? So basically, you need to initialize before you enter the loop, right? So you know that whenever you need to get input from user, right? So whenever you want to get input from user, you need to use from here, right? So now that's the output here, right? And the name, the Z, right? So I see. Anything else? Anything else? That is a problem. Anything else? You need to store into the variable name here. Yeah, right. You have to use input name. Make sense? That's the process. You need to initialize before you go to the loop. Right? You have the condition here to check. And what is the third action? What is the third action in mainline logic? Third action in mainline logic. You need to change the value of the variable that controls the loop at the end of the body loop here. Right? So basically here. So basically you know that at the end of the body loop here, for sure, you need to have action here. You need to have action. That is mainline logic. You initialize, you check the condition here. If you go to the body of the loop, and at the end of the body of the loop, you need to get an email in order to move to the next property or employee and so on here. Right? Okay. So now I do this one with n here and y here. All right. And y. Okay. And after that, I do with n of my main program. Now that is a body. That is mainframe of my program, right? And now if you look into the instruction here, right? So see what happened here. You need to break it down into the housekeeping detail loop and add a job. Later on, I work with that one here, right? You declare add variable here, constant also, right? Constant here. Here, see, whatever it is, the service charge is always 40. Right? It doesn't matter that you have how many bathroom or how many room here, right? So this is constant here, right? So that's why I need to go to my main board program here. I define this one. It is a constant here. So what is the name? Sorry? Service charge. No, not really service charge. Service charge is a total. Okay. So whatever you only have to pay for 40. So what is the name of variable? What should be the name of that variable? What should be the meaningful name of that variable? What do you think? Service call, right? Oh yeah, right. So why is it? Right? So you have name here. Sorry, number here, right? Number. Service call. 40. You have 40. That is the constant. So whatever it is, even that you have no bathroom or no other room, you only have to be charged for at least 40. Right? Okay. So now also I know that. So what do we take here from the program here? What are the input you need? What are the input you need? Yes, right? That's why you need the number of bathroom here, right? That's why you need to put that from here input. Sorry, output here. And the number of bathroom. Okay? Now you need to start with the input here, right? And you use the variable here, number of bathroom. Make sense? Okay? Now you do the same. You need to get the number of other room also. Alright, number of other room here. So number of other room. You put number of other room here. Okay? So now see, you have the number of bathroom already, you have number of other room already. What else? So we see what is it? Yeah. 15 for each bathroom and 10 for each other room, right? So again, they are constant here. So I think I put the number here. Sure. Here, right? And have number. as a room. Ten, right? Is that correct? Yes, 10 for bathroom for other room, right? Okay. So now you know that for whatever you only have to pay for service code the 40 here, right? And for each of the bathroom, you have to pay for 15, and for each of the here, not chocolate, right? For each of the other room, you have to pay for 10. Now, what is the next action? Now you have to do with the calculation. Now tell me what you do. You have to find out charge for bathroom, right? So what do you think? If I want to use the charge for bathroom here, for bathroom, you know that in that case you need to declare that another variable here, right? There's another variable here. You keep the charge for bathroom. Okay. So how can you find out the charge for bathroom? Charge for each bathroom. Charge for each bathroom times number of bathrooms. Yeah, right. That's all, right? So you have to charge for each bathroom here. You have to charge for each bathroom here. You copy this one. And you turn to number bathroom. That's all, right? And now, how can you find out the charge for other room here? Number of bathrooms. Okay, so this one, and so I need to one more variable. Here they are temporary variable, right? Temporary variable. Here. So what? How can you find out? Again, you can check for each other room here, right? Okay. Number of rooms. Yes. Number of other room, right? Okay. Now, you know that you figured out the check for bathroom. You figured out the check for other room here. So how can you find? How can you figure out the service check here? Yeah, right. Okay. Now, so you have the service check here. It will be. This will be. Sorry. Will be service code. Whatever it is, you only have to pay for service code here, right? Service code here, right? And plus for bathroom. And plus bathroom. Okay. And now what next? Display, right? You have to display the service check and from the user next customer name here. That's what you did here, right? So now user need to display here service check, right? So user output here. You know that whenever we want display, you have output here. The service. What is it? What here? Sorry. What do you put it here? What do you put it here? That is the literal text, right? That is a text here. Everything is a text. And what do you put it here? Now we look at this one. What do you put it here? You need to take it out the value from service check. Yeah, right? So the service check here, you need to take it out. Right? That's all. Now let me tell you how the program works here, right? So now if you run the program, think about this one run in program here, right? What is your name? I put my name here. Right? So now name is not easy, right? It's not easy. So now what is the number of bathroom? So think about I enter number 3 here. What is number of other room? I enter the number 2 here, right? So the chart for bathroom, that means I have the 3 times 15, right? I have a 45 here. I store it into this one, right? And what is the chart for other room? I have 10 times 2, I have 20 here. I store it in this one. Now, so what is the service charge? This one, 40, right? This one, 40 here. Take it out from this one, 45. Take it out from this one, 20. So what is it? I have the 0 over 105 here. I store it into the variable service charge. And later on, I just print it out the service check it. What is it? Take it out the value here and print it out. Wonderful. And now I move to the next iteration here. Make sense? Okay. That is the way you work with pseudocode here. Now, that is the way you work with pseudocode. And in this program here, they are required you to work with the modular structure here, right? You work with the housekeeping, you work with detail loop, and you work the end of job here. So you think about this one here. Housekeeping, that means the step you initialize the variable here. Right? So instead of this one, you just put it here. You call for another module here, right? You call for the housekeeping here. And you put it here. And of course, when you call for the module housekeeping here, later on you have to define it. Right? You have to define it. And you just take everything from here. You delete it. You don't need to put it in the main program. You put it in the module here, right? You put it in the module here. So I put them in the module here. Right? Put them in the module here, and I put return here. Okay? Now you know that you have the housekeeping here. Housekeeping is the process, sorry. That's the process you initialize for variable before you go to the loop. Right? And now we check the condition here. So I can put everything here. It is a detail loop here. Right? So in the while here, I put this one. I put this one detail loop. I call for the module detail loop. Okay, and of course, when I call for them, I need to define them. Right? I need to define it here. Okay, I need to define after that, and of course, I move everything here into the detail loop. I move everything here into the loop, and I put return. Sorry. And I put return here. And of course, they asking me to do with what end of job. I can make it with end of job whatever I want here, right? So we think about you know that end of job you have to what is it, housekeeping? My housekeeping here, right? End of job. I take it out of the loop because that's one type of it, right? End of job. Right? So end of job here you can put whatever you want, right? Thank you for using my program, or say goodbye, or whatever you want. Right? So I'll put it. Nice. Return. Okay, that's all. So you see, if you look in my program here, right? If you look in my program here, that is the main program, right? And in main program, I have declaration. I call for the module housekeeping, and I check the condition here. If the condition true, I call for detail loop here, right? And when at the end, I call for the end of job. That's all. That's the logic we work with this one here. In the pseudocode, right? And of course, when you convert this one into the flowchart here, right? When you convert this one into the flowchart with flowchart, what I have draw IO, right? Draw IO. Right? So now you do the same process. You do the same. One, right? So you do the same process. You have the start of program, right? You have declaration, and so on here, right? So let me open the job from one of you guys here. I don't want to draw it because otherwise it takes time. But let me open the one of you. Yeah, this one he worked with a project here, right? So you see, he worked exactly. He did a very good job here. Right? This is a hierarchy chart that shows the relationship between the module here, right? You have main program, and in that you call for housekeeping, you call for detail loop, and you call for end of job here. Now in job program here, he work with flowchart here. That is everything with the declaration. Declaration here. Make sense? And now you see exactly what with the same I work here. Housekeeping here. What is it? you need to get the customer name here, right? Customer name here. And now when you got it, you go to the loop here. You check the condition here. If customer name is not quit, you use a quit here, ZZZ. It's a constant. It's okay, right? It's good way. Right? So if the name is not equal to ZZ, you go to the detail loop here. So again, he had to define for detail loop, right? In get the amount of bathroom, get the amount of ad room. You figure out the bathroom cost, the ad room cost, the total cost, and he printed out name. He printed out number bathroom. He printed out number of additional room, and he printed out total service here. Now, anything wrong with this one? Something wrong here. What do you think? What's wrong with this one? What's wrong with this one? Now tell me, what's wrong with this one? Something wrong. Something wrong here. Something wrong with the detail loop, not this one. Something wrong with detail loop here. What's wrong? What's wrong? Now, you have 3 steps in the mainline logic. Right? Initialize it. Get the condition here. At the end, do you have action to get the new name? No. This one only is the problem we. You make sense? This one is only the problem. And if you want to get it, you have stored into the variable here, right? So basically for this one here, you need to draw one more, right? You need to draw one more. Yes, right. You have to use the input here. You have to store it into the. Or you can put it from here. That's okay. Yeah, you can put it here. Right? You need to input here, and you need to store into what? Yeah, because he used variable here is the customer name, right? So when you put it here, you need to put it here, customer name. That's all, right? And the output here for the end of job, you can put whatever you want, right? The program is now closed. So we see he follows exactly the same with the logic and with it, right? You break it down into the housekeeping in detail loop and end of job here. That is you work with the pseudocode, and that is the way you work with flowcharting. Make sense? And we think it's okay now. You got the concept now, okay? So I give you another chance. Do it again. I accept of 75%. Right? Okay. You do both of them, not only 2, right? Okay, and submit it within this week. Any question? Let me know.